where it's like you're faced with this question of like, do I go to the path where it's gonna be, you know, there's gonna be some obstacles? Do I go down this path to follow my dreams, which I know you have big dreams, or do I kind of play more safe and maybe go a different route? But like, how do you do it?
So maybe we chop.
Yeah,
and
let's
maybe
chop.
the
Yeah,
tears
it'll come
come,
to
they
you.
come, you know?
Okay.
I think of like little me, young me, teenage me, back in Polk County, just kind of like sitting in the room. I was homeschooled for 3 years, and it was the middle of nowhere. I'm from New York, born and raised in Queens, and I moved to Florida when I was 13, and I lived with my mother's parents. And you know, I just went through so much like hardship and adversity because I recently come out as gay at the time. I also knew I was trans, but the language was different. You know, we used transsexual, and then the information wasn't available. I didn't know how to, you know, start a transition. Came out and didn't go very well. You know, I'm the child of immigrants. My mother is Jamaican and Punjabi, like North Indian. My dad is Trinidadian and Gujarati. You know, we have these like West Indian people, like from the Caribbean, from the islands, trying to figure out like LGBT things. And my family, they, you know, believe in honor killings. And so culturally, you know, if someone is a member of the LGBTQ community, then it is acceptable to take their life because they felt like, to them, they were an abomination to society, to humanity, and that they were basically like spoiling the gene code and like, you know. How
old are you, by the way, when this is like being like?
So I grew up with this. I grew like
wow.
I remember hearing this as a child. Like our music, a lot of the pop music, they talk about. There's certain words, I don't want to trigger people, but there's certain words that they use that are homophobic. So I found myself like owning up to who I was. I came out in September 2001, right around 9/11, to my 8th grade teacher in an essay. She asked us what we did that summer, and I came out, and I was like, yeah, I watched like the show called Queer as Folk, and I saw gay people for the first time, and I realized I'm like Justin, like I like boys. We had a fire drill because we were in Queens, in New York. 9/11 just happened. And she comes up to me and she's like, I read your letter. That was something very serious. Like, did you mean what you wrote? And I said, yeah, I did. She's like, okay. Well, I rent my basement to a nurse who works with LGBTQ youth. Let me get some resources for you, and like I want to get together with you and a counselor, and like let's work through this. And so she was my first advocate. Yeah, she let us know like you don't have to go by a strict regimen of like this is the time frame to do things. This is the way you do it.
And she could have let it slide too that moment, right? She stepped in and like she showed up.
But she was such an incredible teacher, and she really pushed me to be a better writer. And I really started honing my skills with like essay writing and poetry, and then I found myself writing songs and music. Like it just kind of spawned from there.
Singing,
yeah.